So we standing in front of Doctors Memorial Hospital right here in Taylor County, Florida, just north of the city of Perry, on side of 19. The one we're gonna go to today is an crossing straight across. You can see it actually from the road if you're really paying attention. So let's get on over. We couldn't come in from straight across the hospital, so we come down to Julia Street. I parked at the church, and we're walking this side trail down the side end. Even though a lot of this section here has been cleared, you can still see the height of that bed. This little tram runs down the side. We're gonna ease down it, see if we can get up here and get us some video, this footage of this crossing. Not sure if we can get all the way. We're gonna try. The side of this road is definitely private property. It's got a 6-foot chain link fence. That barbed wire on the top. They definitely don't want you in there. We ain't going in there. Hopefully, this old road is gonna take us down to Pimple Creek, close enough that maybe we can skirt the creek bank to get to the crossing. We know the crossing's there because you can see it from the highway. Like we're coming up on a trash dump here, a pond. I don't know how easy you can tell it, but there's still real bad over there. Well, somebody definitely dumped some trash here. You expect to see that, I guess, on the end of these old trams. We come up where it looks like this comes into the backside of a house. We're gonna see if we can find a way through here to try to get to the bridge. We don't want to impose on nobody's privacy. So the creek runs, and I can't really show you right here, but we will somewhere, between us and that property. I'm gonna take this path, and I'm not gonna have the camera on because it's pretty thick. We're on the edge of this creek. I want to watch where I'm stepping and see if I can get out there to where I think that crossing is. Then I'll bring you back in. Not sure how well you can see it, but there's our crossing. Getting to it's gonna be another thing. It is swampy and looks like it's a side creek. See if I can get over there. Just so you can see what I'm dealing with. That trestle I showed you is over there. That's the main creek. And here's another creek. So I got to try to get down there without getting on a snake and see if it's hard enough ground I can cross. Oh, maybe it'll be soft or hard ground. I'm shooting off the side creek. Let's ease on up and see if we can get on up here a little closer. The water here is dark too. Very dark. We're getting closer. A lot closer. Looks like it's going to be much like one of the last ones we looked at down there in design and the structure. Look at there. There's another one of them whistle posts. Found out that wide bands mean long whistles, short bands mean short whistle. Long whistle, short whistle, long whistle. Look at that one. Just laying right there. Next to the bridge. Let's get down and check it out. If we don't sink, we're gonna try to get down here enough we can see under it and see if it maybe it's safe to walk on. Oh man, this is way worse than the others. Way worse. Looks like it's sometime it had handrails on it too, but they're gone. Let's get in here closer. Same designs. I'm sure ain't wanting to get on no gator or no snake. You can see this is much the same design as the previous one that we've come to. Looks like at some point it may have been redone. You can see some old stack posts out in front of it. So this might not be the original first bridge across here. It's got the round post with the cross designs on it. And see, same thing here. If you look in the water, you'll see some old posts. Same thing over there. So this is probably not the original bridge. There was probably one here before this. It was a lot older than this. That's what that tells us. Probably during one of the buyouts, or maybe no snake won't fall on us. You can see the dilapidation in here. You can see the upright handrail supports. Let's see if we can ease through here without getting snake bit. You see a tree growing up through the center right there. Look at that. Much like the others, you can see the metal cap. I think the main beams are pretty well solid. So, I don't think it's safe to walk on. We're gonna get up and walk on it. I think we're gonna try to get up on it on this north side. Pretty sure I seen a little beak down there. Ever seen that whistle sign? Whistle marker. Make sure we ain't seeing no snakes. Look at that. They must have piled a bunch of signs here. Because right from over here to the side, I'm seeing a bunch of metal posts too. Let's ease on up right here. Let's see what we're looking at. Part of that handrail still hanging. Look at that. See that? Look at the rot and deterioration. That thing is definitely not safe to walk on at all. Just for a reference, we're straight across from Doctors Memorial Hospital. Let's try to walk across here. That's our main beam. Yeah, you can see that is definitely not fit for walking. Yeah. And unlike the others, unless somebody had done took them off, I noticed this one has got spots on the side by the handrail. I wonder sometime if this wasn't worked on and converted from something else. Yeah, this joker. You should not be walking on this at all. This is the way to get crooked up. Or die. Look at them old handrails. They've been hanging there a minute. A walk board beside it. We'll get to the other end. I'll give you a pan from that end. Just trying to make sure there ain't no snakes. And look underneath. Ooh. So if I do fall through, maybe I'll fall in the water. I'm not on it. That's just amazing. I'm saying you can tell by by the by the piers that were cut off. But this is not the first crossing that's been here. By no means. At some point this is a replacement crossing. Worst part is, I got to turn around and come back across. I want to get down here to the other end. There's some handrails down here still standing. I'm gonna shut you off till we get to the other end down here. So I changed my mind. The further I went, the worse it got. I'm down here by myself. If something happened, wouldn't be no way of nobody knowing where I was at. So even though I told a couple people. There you have it. Another crossing on the old abandoned rail line right here by 19, straight across from Doctor's Memorial. Show you a couple fasteners there. You know them boards has been there a minute. All the handrails gone off this side, but on the other end of this side and this end, there's still some handrail. Now, not sure the reasoning. Like I say, I'm just learning about railroad tracks, but all of them I've come across so far were not this wide. And I noticed on this one on both sides, on top of the handrail, it's also got walk borders. What would be the purpose for those of you that know about railroads and that here, other than just being able to walk down the side? Why would you want to here, is my question. Anyhow, we done seen another. Let's slip on out of here. Give you a few pan shots while we leave. As we're coming back down, I didn't notice it on the way up, but right here by where this whistle post is, see them marks I showed you? Here's some more posts that stick out further than the crossing. I showed you the ones underneath that had been cut off, and these pretty much line up, you see, and they go right on down and come right here, and then here, and right on out to here. It makes you wonder if they wasn't used to be a double track here at one time, because that's plenty wide enough, and they go out the other side too, the old ones. That's the old ones. We can't get to the other side right now, but I bet you it's the same over there. Yeah, you can't see it in the water because it's dark and tannic, but I showed you them, and there are a couple under the water. So I'm sure it's the same deal over there. So I wonder if this used to be a double track at one time. And when they redone it, maybe they just cut out one. Anybody knows, please hit me up about that. You can see how far these posts come out from the bridge. The original one. That's your bridge over there. And they come all the way out from the old one. That's probably a good 18, 20 feet from the bridge that's there now. One more piece of history slowly deteriorating. One good thing about it though, it's on YouTube forever now. That's pretty cool. See if we can find our way back out of here. I'm betting the road we walked in here on, that we fixed to walk out on, at some time went and crossed this creek right here on Pimple Creek. A couple reasons why. If you'll pay attention most places you see these cross, whether it be water or sewer or whatever, they usually cross right by bridges. So if we turn around here, the road that we came in on is on this side. The railroad tracks are to our left. The road is over here and comes just about in line with this. And you can see down the bank in places some leftover asphalt. And here, when you first look at it by that line where it comes out, that looks like a rock. But when you actually get around and look at it, it's not. It's poured cast concrete. So I'm betting if that creek was down, you could probably see remnants of where this road used to cross here. I don't know, I hadn't really studied the roadways on this end. Makes me wonder if maybe this wasn't one of the main roadways back in the day that run along the side of the bridge. The other end of it's known as Courtney Road. I didn't see no sign on this end.